Yeah, well, that happened. It was crazy because we were at a conference. And she was, you know how we look when we get ready to go to bed.
It was the woman that I lose. The woman that I lose.
Yes, we had, we all had already gotten ready for bed. I had the big, the big scarf on, and I mean, we were looking, all the makeup off, everything. So then I just got out of the bathroom. She was like, I just got this idea. Do you think you want to be a part of it? So I'm like, what is it? So she told me, she's like, I want to, start some type of group or whatever. I'm like, okay. So we did this, it was called My Current Situation because that was our current situation, and that was the birth of it.
Yeah. And so basically we talk about our current situation, what it is that we're going through, what is it that we're doing, and it's sort of like an accountability tool, one for another, because right now, especially right now, I think we're just in this different season in our lives, middle age. I don't know what the heck is going on, but all of a sudden you are doing the to-do list and the different things that you want to do, and so we work on things individually, but this gives us a platform just together and we just share. It's kind of like having an open diary for whoever's interested.
Okay. That's exactly
so,
it. Yeah, and we want to make sure that we keep it real. Always have. That's been the goal from the very beginning. And for people to be able to say and express what they want to feel. Want to say. We want them to be able to be free to say what's on their mind or what they're going through. Because sometimes that's all you need, a sounding board.
Yeah. And that's a really good way to put it. It's like a sounding board. I mean, I got up there today. I was doing some Bollywood dancing. I was like, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Definitely can understand the whole my current situation thing.
Yes.
A lot of times you start to say something, you be like, you know what? Because just recently my newest colloquial #ism has just been in my defense or in so and so's defense. But it goes on as like somebody be like, in their defense.
In their defense.
This is what was going on, or like in my defense. It's kind of this situation.
I like
and these things are going. They're like, okay. It's like don't hold me to this all the time. But as of right now, it might be right here. I hope it don't stay right here, but I'm in this right now, so I'm gonna own up to it.
Right.
I'm gonna deal with this right now.
Right.
And then I'm gonna go there when I need to. And if I come out of it, hey, I come out.
That's right.
I usually just try to be very sarcastic and find the humor in all the situations that happen. Because if you don't, it's a really bad situation. It makes you cry if you can't find the humor in it.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So Miss Juva, I will admit, I opened up the book.
You didn't read it yet?
Because when I set out to read it,
yes,
it was one day when I was like, you know what? Let me get my lesson plan done first.
Yeah,
and then stuff got real hectic at work while I was trying to make sure I was staying up on stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put this off. It will be my summertime initial read. I was like, okay, so when I'm on break, I'm going to read it.
Yes, that's exactly what
I just didn't want to start it and then be like, I can't finish this right now, and then I forget to finish it.
I've done that with many books.
I was like, you know what, I'm going to just put this back down for a minute.
It's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So you won't be disappointed at all.
Well,
you don't even want to put it down.
Summertime reading is good.
It is.
I think I have a whole list of different books that I want to read. But then I actually have a busy summer just kind of planned just with the different projects that are part of my current situation. Just part of my current situation, different things that I'm doing, and Dwanese and I are doing together, and but summer reading is always good. Yeah.
Definitely. So you said two things that kind of want to ask about. So you said the phrase y'all are, I guess in y'all, as y'all said, the middle age stage when you're trying to figure stuff out. When does middle age start?
Okay, all right.
Well, right now I think it started for me. I'm 47, and so I think this is almost middle. I'm almost 50. So yeah.
I'm like, I
gosh,
hit
I'm
that
like
35 mark, and I'm starting to realize things like, wait, like there was a meme that was talking about for me 30 years ago seems like the 70s. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, wait, that was 30 years ago. I was like, when did? Okay, and then running them the kids that I remember being born, they're like 21 now. Like,
Oh, is
wait,
that? Yeah.
wait, I'm not old enough for you to be this old. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Reality check.
Like it's, I guess having a parent, like my mom was 32 years older than me. So all of her, I was like, okay, yeah, they were my parents' age. So it was like, they weren't old to me, but I'm like, okay, they're older. But I'm looking at kids now like, wait, you still too close to me. Like, I don't know how I feel about this because you making me feel old and I didn't know I had reached that point yet. So it's
Right.
like, this is interesting. Just I guess, trying to get into that whole, and then now how they say it's okay if your life hasn't been figured out at 40. Because I look back and I was like, yeah, my parents were done having kids by now. My mom knew exactly what she wanted to do career-wise. I had other friends, parents, they had their house, almost paid off. And it's like,
That's true.
we're coming into like, sure, what am I supposed to do? And I'm like, okay, so is it okay that I feel this way? Like, as y'all say, is it okay that this is my current situation? But kind of feel like, maybe I should be somewhere else.
I think all of us feel that way in this day and age because, like you said, when you see your parents, they had it all together by our age.
Well, we thought they had it together.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That is very true. But I think I don't know if we're late bloomers or something.
No, I don't think we're late bloomers at all. I think there just comes a point in time where you just, I don't know, it's like you have an aha moment, especially when you've raised the kids and they're at an age where they're kind of self-sufficient and then I mean you're like, what the heck about me? I'm ready to do me. What do I like? What do I want to do?
Yeah.
And so I think you just start pursuing it. And I know for us, I think we've just kind of reached that mark where it's like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm going to do it.
Yep.
I'm
Almost like
gonna do it.
reliving the 20s all over again.
Yeah.
We didn't. We were raising kids and being wives and all that stuff.
Now, I don't think it's a midlife. It's definitely not a midlife crisis.
It's not.
Not a midlife crisis. But it is kind of rediscovering because something happens when you turn 40.
Oh, yes.
The 40s have been the best age ever. I mean,
That is true, right?
It's been the best, and
Yeah.
it's been the most revealing, and it's probably been the worst too. But 40 got it going on.
40s, yeah.
I'm loving my 40s.
Yeah, I
I'm
wish
like,
I can just kind of slow it down though, because now we're starting to hit that mark towards 50.
no, I'm like, if the 40s feel this good, I cannot wait for the 50s.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
they say 40 was new 30, so 50
Yeah.
is new
Well, I don't
40.
know.
For the new 40, yeah, 50,
Okay.
40s. I can work with that.
Yes. But I guess it's weird because, like, for me, I don't have kids, but I had that whole from my teenage years to 25, I was taking care of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so it was like when she passed away, I was kind of like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And then it's like I kind of officially got pushed into my career that I'm in now. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is good.
But
I was like, I can put, yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, you got a lot of kids,
Yeah. Apparently, I went through a whole bunch of labor pains and had
Oh,
no intention.
yeah, I know, right?
Didn't get the epidural or nothing.
Nope.
But it's like okay, this is interesting. This is different. But it's just like wow, okay. So I kind of had the like adult maturity years early
Yeah.
because it was always so I was always taught like I was allowed to be a kid, but she instilled in me maturity, so I kind of always had it. So now I'm kind of sitting there like, what do I do? I'm that nurturer. I'm supposed to be helping people to take care of. So it's like I kind of always find that project. Then I get to the point where it's like, let me not forget myself.
That's
right.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad
that
you
I
said
kind of
that.
got to take care of me too.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I think like these past 2 years I've been trying to just be like, oh yeah, I gotta take care of me.
That's
I gotta
right.
do me. I gotta do something, even if I go into it, be like, oh yeah, might not should have did that. But hey, it was fun while I was doing it.
That's
So
right.
Let's learn that lesson or had fun in that time. Go and find something else.
Right.
But
Who's knocking on the door?
who is knocking at my door? Oh, you know what? This why. The only reason I don't like being in the shop at night. People do stuff, and they be thinking, I'm just nice.
They just want to drop by.
They let the baby face fool them, but
Yeah.
you know what? I think I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna go run outside real quick.
Okay.
Make sure ain't nobody out there.
All right.
Give me a minute, ladies.
Okay.
We'll be
Okay.
right
We'll
back.
give you a minute.
We'll be right back.
Yes.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports, entertainment, and other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yeah, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
Good job.
So you coming back at the break?
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna give you a few more minutes. Do y'all think? No, see, and that knocking, I'm gonna play the knocks like gradually through it, so you.
And it's hard.
If I ever get married, this is the song I'm playing at my reception. If I do okay, this is going to be the song that I'm playing. Because I kind of want you to sing it. And they're like, nope, playing next night.
That's right. That's cute. I like that.
One of my god sisters played Girl Fight. And I was like, so it came in, I was like, it's a girl fight. And she be there. It was like, oh, so the ladies get up to the floor and stuff. It was like this.
I like that.
But I really want the party. I don't
This one.
I like the rhythm of this one.
What a night.
Yeah, I was just about to get you.
You ain't plugged us in yet. All right. It's ladies night. Loving it.
Yes,
Loving it.
ladies
Once again,
night.
once again, this is Talking Random-ish. We are in the barbershop. It is me, the lovely Starlight, all by my lonesome. I kick the fellas out. I kick the fellas out. But if you would like to come in and talk with me and my lovely ladies that have joined me, it's 404-603-8770. Or for the few of you people still stuck in the basement, it's 888-926-7562. All right, so ladies, we talked about what's been going on in our lives lately. You're both authors, and I really wish these people would leave my door alone. Get away from my door.
I mean, they trying to get up in here.
Yeah.
It's ladies' night.
Leave us alone. You ain't got no business. So ladies, the whole thing with, being an author, are you through publishing companies? Like, how did the whole process of creating your books come about?
Well, we're both self-publishers. I do have a publishing company called 8 Love Publishing,
Okay.
LLC. And I was able to publish my first book under that company. What I did recently, though, is I revamped my cover, so I'm going to relaunch, and that's what we're going to be doing together.
Okay.
Do our relaunch party.
We're gonna do a relaunch party,
Because we never
and we
really had
want
an
you
official
there.
Oh,
Yes.
I got you. I got
Yes.
you.
And we party girl.
Hey, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Nothing but a word.
That's it.
So when you say revamp, like, what exactly was that process like?
Well, when I first wrote my book, I think I wrote it from a point of view where I had just overcame something.
Okay.
But this time, what I wanted to do, I was like, I'm past that. That's not where I was. That's not where I am now. So I wanted to show something a little bit different, current.
Okay.
Hey, I'm here. I've arrived. So I wanted to do something that showed that. And not only that, I think my cover it was mostly me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was you.
It was
cute,
cute,
though.
It was cute, though.
cute.
But I did want to make sure that my audience knew that it's not just women
Okay.
that go through this. I want to at least add the man to it too, because you're not married to yourself. You're married to a woman or a man.
This is true. This
So
is true.
I want to make
There are
sure
two
that
people involved.
so everybody that was going through that can benefit. So I wanted my cover to reflect that.
Okay, so it's similar to how when you have a book that comes out and then it gets put into a movie and then they put the movie poster on the book again, so that it kind of catches that wider.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's it.
So you mentioned the fact that it is about marital issues. What exactly is your book about?
Okay, well, I brought a copy today. It is called After the Mother's Gone,
Okay.
Surviving the 8 Stages of a Divorce Form.
8 stages?
8 stages?
Okay.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
So if you have you sent?
what I
have you
wanted
sent
to make
anything?
sure in this book is that I wanted to tell not just my journey, but I wanted to be able to document something that would be able to help somebody else. I know when I was looking for that type of help, I couldn't find it.
Okay.
I don't know why, but now there's so many divorce books and all kind of videos, you name it, it's there. But when I was going through my journey, I didn't see anything positive.
Oh,
It was always somebody talking about being divorced for like 20 years and they're still bitter or they're still angry. And I'm like, no, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So I need to get over this and I need to get over this now.
Right.
One thing I did learn though, it is a journey. It's not something that can happen overnight. It is a process. But I want to at least go through that process, and I want to take my readers through that process to help them and to also let them know someone that came out of it and came back to tell about it. I didn't have that. I didn't have anybody to come back and tell about it and say, oh, I overcame this. I just had the bitterness and, oh, I can't stand my ex kind of stuff.
Oh.
But I didn't want this book to be like that.
Interesting. So, hey.
What is that?
Woo! Is that shooting?
What the heck? Who trying to get somebody trying to get up in
I
here?
kind of know we in the hood, but I don't know
It's a
how.
damn shame I got kicked in the door on my own barbershop. It's a damn shame.
Hey,
I had to break into my own barbershop.
my God!
I don't know what you're talking
So
about,
good to
sir.
see you.
No good and well. How you gonna lock the only lock that ain't nobody got to keep to?
Oh,
I gotta keep.
we trying to hang out with
I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, you always tell me when I'm in the shop by myself, make sure the doors
That's-
locked, because
But
you
you know
don't
what,
want nothing to
Smoke?
happen
You
to
ain't
me.
been in the shop by yourself. I tried. I was here on time. Had the door locked to the barber shop.
Really?
How we gonna lock? How gonna be locked out of my barber shop? Our barber shop.
When
How we gonna keep?
When I turned the lights on, I
Uh-huh.
ain't see you, so I figured it was another solo, me, myself, and I. And you know, hey, I just
So y'all just gonna kick me out the barber shop? I think y'all got this little ladies thing going on. Got this little sex. Hey, Will. Hey, boy, I love you. But boy, it smells good up in her. What do you
Ladies' night.
Yeah.
What? Hey, if y'all got smell of vision out there on that thing, boy, please smell that thing. Boy, it smell good up in her.
Smell like cocoa butter and good dreams.
Boy,
Cocoa butter and good drinks.
great
I like that.
dreams. Great dreams. Like when you were little bitty boy about 12. Them kind of dreams. I think y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what you're talking
We are
about.
pleading the whole FITH.
Now, I was lit on the app. Since I couldn't get in my barber shop, so I was living on the app, the 1100 AM app. And I heard you, Miss Love, talking about getting over your divorce.
Yes.
How?
In the hell. And I'm going to ask you that because I've been through a divorce.
Okay.
And I went through a divorce. We got back together. We broke up. We got back together. We broke up. We got back together. We did this damn thing, and it messed up. Our kids messed her up, messed me up, and everybody messed up. And we going through all this. How in the hell did you get over?
Well, you know what? Like I said, it was a process, and I can't say that it's totally over. You know what I'm saying? Gone. But you have to make the decision to get better. You have to make the decision that, you know, I got to start taking care of me. And what I learned on this journey, it's all about self-love. It's all about self-love.
What was the first aha moment in that? Because there was one day you got up and said, hell no.
Yes.
What was that moment when you got up and said, I can't do this no more?
Yeah, you know what? Because he was going on with his life. He was going on with his life. He was living, you know, and he made when you get it in your mind that that person has made up their mind about not coming back, or they're, you know, they're wishy-washy, they're going back and forth, you don't want that for yourself. I had to say, you know what, it's got to be something. And like I said, I think I heard other people, I talked to people, that didn't help. I had friends like Juva, who was there for me, but there were times when I was in a dark place that there were some things they couldn't help me with, you know? So.
Question. Juvia's your friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has a beautiful marriage.
Yes.
I met her husband.
Did
you find yourself at times wanting and needing to talk to her, but would not talk to her because she was in this beautiful, stable marriage, and you was going through this dark place, and you didn't want to bring her to your world?
Oh, yes. Yes, and we've actually talked about that.
Right.
You know, you don't want to cloud someone else's mind, you know, or give them thoughts of, put thoughts in their heads and negative thoughts, because when you're going through something, you know, I don't know, but you're not a woman, but see, sometimes we women, if one of our girlfriends say, oh, that ain't no good or whatever, you know, sometimes that can cause a problem with a woman who,
They have with the fellas too.
Oh, it does.
Oh,
okay.
oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
So you don't want to do that. You got to be very, very careful when you're going through something to, you know, say that. I mean, she was there for me, but I found it easier to talk to someone who was divorced. And we did have friends. We call out each other Trues. That's our group, the Trues. And I did have one True that was actually divorced, and she was divorced for 2 years, I think, into it by time, well, actually 2 divorcees, by the time I went through what I had to go through. So they were able to understand.
To relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to talk to them about divorce stuff, or, you know, how will I get over it? And I saw them. They were my examples. They did. I could talk to her about being, you know, hurt.
Right. Because I think as women in general, I mean, I know you said it's a beautiful marriage, but, you know, everybody has some stuff.
It's work.
You know?
It's work.
It is
beyond
work.
Yes.
It is beyond work. You know? So I can understand that, you know, that it's not always gravy. It's not all, you know, it may glitter, but it ain't always gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I understood, and you know, I've been in this a long time. And as she has, she's been married
years.
over
It was
20
21
years. This is somebody that we knew when we were kids, but anyway, but
I need to rubber
I know, right?
Go ahead.
So hold on. How long were y'all together?
21 years. 21 years.
Married 21
Yes.
years?
Married
How
21
long were y'all together before y'all got married?
We met when we were 14. I was 14. He was just about to turn 15.
So he was your first love?
Yes.
Y'all was each other's first
Yes.
love? Probably first everything.
Not well, he was mine. I can't say I was. but
yeah, you get the point.
You know.
Who knows, brother?
These
But,
things happen.
you don't mind me asking. After all that time, y'all knowing each other, this is your man. You're his woman. What took y'all? What made y'all say no more of this? Because that's a long time to be with one person. Comfort. Comfort.
Yes.
Comfort, which can be a negative word.
Oh yes.
And yes.
And because after 21 years of marriage, that's comfort.
That's it. Yeah, you pretty much stand
After
around
being
with
after being with a cat for since you was 14, that's comfort. That's all I know.
That's
you
it.
know,
Oh yes.
right.
Oh wow. Yes, and that's exactly
Because it was a process.
Yeah.
It was something that started before day 21 year, when you woke up and said, we can't do this anymore. When you look back over that, what was the I can't do this no more?
Well, you know what I think now looking back, I really think that we were too young. You know, I don't think that we really knew what love was. I've heard adults tell me that when I was growing up and I was so in love.
Puppy love.
Yeah, they were like, well, you don't know. You need to give yourself a chance to meet other people. And I didn't want to hear that at the time.
Right.
I wanted him. That's what I wanted.
Okay,
And I got him.
okay. See, let me tell you what I love about this doing interview type thing. Sometimes these questions come up by themselves. They ask
Yeah,
this
they
question.
do. That's all right.
So let me ask you this thing. So do you think that if you had been able to play out there before being with him, that y'all would be together now? If y'all had, maybe he was your first love, y'all separated, got out there, played around, experienced other things, and then came back together, that y'all may?
You know, I think so. I really believe that if we were a little bit more mature to handle a marriage, we would have.
Okay.
We
right.
really would have.
So piggybacking off of that, as he said, questions start coming. So, was the divorce amicable, or has it reached an amicable state?
That's a roller coaster right there. I'm gonna be real with you. That was a roller coaster.
Right.
It started out. I can say, I'm gonna tell you this. I left the year before. I left him for a year. Came back, like you said, come back thinking everything is gonna be okay. I came back. I'm thinking everything's gonna be okay, but all hell broke loose. So it was like, okay, at this point, I think the comfort is what kept me holding on. He was already gone. And I think it was hard for him too at first to pull away because it was comfortable. That was comfortable.
Yeah.
That's
For
all we
everybody.
needed.
Exactly.
Right.
But I'm glad that he did. I'm glad because by him not holding on, that helped me in so many ways. I didn't see it then. It was hurtful then.
Yeah.
But it's awesome
But
now.
the process now.
Okay, Miss Juva,
Yes.
you being the married friend, how have you been able to help her being a married friend to her? How have you been able to help her?
Being a married friend, how have I? You know what? I don't know. I guess because I've just always been
My friend,
your
my
friend.
sister.
I mean, yeah, your sister. I mean, I've always since 11, 12 years old.
Yes.
So, I mean, as friends, as girlfriends, when I say that we have gone through just some of everything together, that's part of the whole my current situation.
Yes.
We have gone through children problems, marriage problems, all kind of issues and things, so I don't even think it's a matter of me being the married friend. It's just the simple fact that I've just been her friend for so long. As a matter of fact, I think I introduced y'all. Did I?
Yes, she did.
So yeah, I did.
So she the problem?
She
You want to
responsible
take all
for
that?
that.
But is it, you got a dog after that, girl.
Y'all ain't gonna tell on me. Y'all ain't gonna tell on me,
Hey,
right?
check this out. Somebody just walked in the barbershop. What you need, what you want.
Hey, who is it?
Yo, Rick, Starlight.
What's up there, guy?
Who are you two guys?
Miss Juva and Miss Love.
Yes.
Cause I ain't gonna mess up her
Hey,
first name.
who is this?
You know who it is.
Eric.
You know who it is, Miss
No,
Juva.
Eric.
How are you there, sir?
I have questions about the one who wrote the book on divorce.
Okay.
Can you elaborate on what your relationship is with his family once you divorce?
Oh wow. He just hit that one. He just
He
Yeah.
does that sometimes.
Okay, I see
Yeah,
that.
Eric does that.
I know, but why that one?
Yeah, that was
You know
that
what?
was a, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I think between both families, and that was a hard thing, I think, for all of us as friends, as family members. I
Yes.
saw that was a domino effect. It didn't just affect us, but it affected our families. It didn't bring division, but it hurt. It hurt them as well, and I didn't know that it would. Sometimes you think it's just about you and that person, but you got your children, you got your family, your friends that's hurt, and sometimes friends divide because they have to. Some want to take sides, and some don't want to, be bothered with you at all because they don't want to take sides.
Yeah.
And I think, like, what I would say that I don't really have a bad relationship with their family, with his family. And as far as my family still accepts him too.
Yeah. Your family.
Yeah.
My family.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful
really.
family.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I don't think it caused division with the family. It just really hurt. I think it hurt them.
Any other questions you got
Are
there,
you-
Eric?
Have you reached the stage in your life to where you're able to move into another family with another man?
You know what? If God says so, yes. But right now, I'm enjoying life.
I think that's a good way to be about it. Because
Yeah.
it's
I got
not.
one last question.
Okay.
There are multiple things that you have to detach when you get divorced. Sometimes you have to detach yourself from friends. Sometimes relatives, kids don't get detached, but finances and things like that.
Yes.
What was the last thing you let go, separate from any court case? What was the last thing you let go and you just like, okay, this is done?
Oh, yes. I'm glad you asked that question. The house.
The house.
The house. The house was that last thing that kept us together because we still had to take care of business together. And there were some times where I didn't really want to, and there was time. I mean, we split amicably on that. But that was the last, I think, real reality check.
Yep.
Once
hey,
that
that's
house
it.
was sold,
Like,
I'm like,
yes.
hey, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
So y'all basically just cut it. You're like y'all both let go of the house.
We sold it in November.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and that was it.
All right, change your mind just one more time.
Okay.
Well, if you do move yourself into another relationship, based on what you learned from the previous marriage, what's the one thing? Don't give me something material. Give me something else. What is the one thing this man's gonna have to know? Look, we got to get this thing right here. We have to get right in order for it to work. I know based on my experience.
Eric, you think you coming up with some
I know, but he is.
I'm like,
no, he is.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
You on point tonight.
Look at
But check this
Keep
out.
going.
Before she answer that question, we're gonna go on break. So if you want to hear the answer to that question,
You
we
gotta
got
Stay
to go on
tuned.
break.
Come
Stay tuned.
So we will be back.
Yes. Good questions. Love it.
Entertainment, and other special interest talk shows.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I love it. I love it though.
Yes.
The love that's going on. When we come back, I'm gonna let him ask this question again. And I want you to say the name of the book, tell them where they can find it, Okay. Hey, cuz, I'm gonna tell her you can help her get her credit straight. I'm gonna tell her.
Who is that talking?
No, my cousin. I have a cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. He was on the show last week. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm
I'm
thinking
gonna
about
go
checking
through
it out.
some YouTube archives.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I sent it to you. I sent
Yeah.
I seen the show from last week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Definitely.
he's in a reputable company.
And I definitely, yeah.
Yeah. He's in a reputable company.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a
Cuz I got you. Hey, cuz I got you. Hey, I need something off that now. I need something off that. What?
You heard
That's a real company.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Do we have a couple seconds?
Yeah.
Hey friends, I just wanted to say hello and wanted to thank you so very much for taking the opportunity to tune in. It's ladies' night. Hey mama.
Please say your name again. Tell me your name again. Because I don't want, because I'm going to say Miss Love. But your name?
Dwanese. You know what?
What I
I
can
always
call
tell people, oh, Nisi.
Nisi.
Yes.
I need to know what I can call it.
Or you can say love. You can say love too. That's fine.
We sorry, Enrique.
Enrique.
Had some Mexicans laughing at me today, the other day about my name. Got about 30 seconds.
I can't say nothing. My name messed up.
For that paparazzi.
Yes.
Say paparazzi.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, and we are back once again. Still ladies' night. Apparently, Rick did kick his way into the
Yeah, he did. He came up in there.
He claimed I locked the door. I ain't locked the door. He just lost his key, and he don't want to get admitting the fact he lose
Ain't
his
no
key.
key for that lock. Ain't no key for that lock. You
I got
know
it.
black folk got a lock on their door that ain't nobody got no key to.
I got the key.
Ain't nobody got no. Eric, you still? Hey, Eric, you still in the shop? Okay,
Alright,
now
alright,
before you ask your question again, Miss Love, please say the name of your book
Okay.
and where we can find it.
All right. The name of my book is After the Love Has Gone, Surviving the Yes, that's it. Yes, Surviving the 8 Stages of a Divorce Storm. And you can find it on Amazon.com.
Eric, what's your question? That last question. That last.
I know, right? There was 3 last questions.
Separate from anything material, if you move into a new relationship with a new man and family, what is the one thing you know that y'all have you going to let them know? We have to get this one thing right, because I know from my previous experience, this one thing, what there may be multiple things, but to show this one thing, we have to get this right or we can't do it.
Can I answer that question before she answers? And I would say I'll never get married again. But before I ever did that, she has to be willing to get to know me. I'm talking about all of me. Everything between my bad, my good, my indifferent. And she has to, first of all, I have to allow her to know me. But she has to be willing to stick through my BS to get to know me.
That's a pretty good answer.
That is
very
very good. And you know what? And that's what I would say too. I don't want anybody who's just going to come and be selfish. I want a person that's going to be my ride or die. I was that type to pour in. I need somebody that's going to pour into me as well. And that is non-negotiable.
Eric, hold before you say anything. I was just talking to a friend. I have a friend, and she was talking, and she's a mother of 5, and she's a divorced mother of 5. and all she does is give. I heard this pastor say, and I can't remember who he is or nothing. I actually put it out on Facebook, and once I find it again, he was talking about this sermon. He's preached this sermon, and I'm not a religious guy. And but his sermon was basically about the woman and her role and all that she puts out, but nobody is depositing into her.
That's right. That is so true.
And how he was saying that eventually you're gonna come up with insufficient funds
Yeah.
because you
You
no
ain't got no
longer
more to-
you
you got
no
no more to
longer have
give.
anything to
That's
give.
right.
Yes.
So if ain't nobody giving into you, how are you going to continue to give out to them,
Exactly.
to us?
cannot.
Because essentially it's to us because
Yes.
all that y'all do for us.
Yes.
Lord,
Save
how
that.
much-
Save that.
Hey.
Preach, preach. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, but yes, I get that. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Eric. What you saying?
That was all I had. I'll go back to listening. But you know, I got the folks from the last barbershop. You asked me if I could give your number out to them. Something about some bills, back bills.
No. We don't get that number.
no,
Oh, this
I'm out.
777 93 11.
Thanks, Eric. Make sure you pay the cashier. We won't have to worry about back bills.
That's right.
But yeah, I think that was really, really important about the whole knowing when you're about to tap out. And like you said, it is a non-negotiable. You have to have people in your life that are willing to put something back
That's
in.
right.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, like I know for me, I'm a big giver. And I don't expect nobody to be on the same level pouring back
That's
into
right.
me that I put out. But I'm like, just give me something.
Something,
Like you gotta be able to give me something. Because as soon as I feel like there's nothing there, I'm gonna eventually get tired of you. And it's like, okay, I no longer want to deal with this. Bye.
And it's not just about the materialistic things. It's about the emotional. I mean,
And-
women are emotional.
if
You
we're-
can,
Yeah,
it
we
can
are.
take much.
And I'm gonna tell you, that's
Much.
where I sucked at. That's where I sucked
And
at.
you realize that's good.
But that's why I sucked at. Because in my marriage, baby, what do you need me to put in the bank? Baby, what you need to do? So and my first thought of it was, I'm giving you my money and I'm not cheating.
Yeah.
But you're two good qualities a man in a relationship
But I didn't feed her emotions.
Yeah.
And that's
But-
I
important.
didn't give to
It
her
is
emotions.
so
Exactly.
important.
It
Oh my
is,
gosh.
it is.
It is so important. People don't realize that. I mean, and I think, especially when you've been together so long, you get comfortable or whatever. But you've got to feed her that emotional support. You listen to her when she says, you know, hey, I need this. I need this. You know, and you need to step up to the plate and give her just that.
Even if you don't know how to do it. Just
Even if
try.
you don't know how.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how stupid I was, and I admit it. Let me tell you how stupid I was. She could tell me, Rick, I need you to do A, B, C, and D. I do A, E, F, and G.
Oh,
Wow. Because I thought that's what she needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of giving her exactly what she
she
asked
asked
for.
for, yes.
Because, hey, she can't.
But you know what though? What you were saying, like how Miss Dwanese said that her book is talking about the 8 stages of divorce storm. Pretty much what you were talking about is the exact reason why the whole language of love phenomenon is what
yes.
it is. Because it's not just about your relationships between man and woman or whatever it is love-wise. It's talking about across the board. Because you can have a work relationship where your boss has no idea why his staff hates him, but it's because he's not giving his staff what they need.
That's
Not
So-
speaking to them in their language.
Exactly. Like, so for
Speak to
you,
me in my language.
Yes.
you were a man that felt like, okay, as long as I'm taking care of the bills, I'm not doing, I'm not stepping out. I'm doing
it.
Exactly.
Right.
You're doing what you're supposed to do for you. For her,
Yeah.
she might have needed something else. She might have needed that affirmation word or
Yeah.
just a hug or something.
They're getting to
And-
know that
Yeah, like
They
you
get
have
to
to
know.
know what
that
it
taking
is.
time,
Exactly.
that taking time to get to know, and to me that is not only listening, but it's also watching
Right.
and being sometimes just being there in that moment.
And
Just being
listening
there.
with the intent not to say anything
Or
or
try to fix
hearing
it.
things and not fixing it.
Yes.
Or like I'm listening to you,
But
but
I'm
I'm
a
actually
man.
hearing. I know.
But I'm a man.
I know. No, but
I'm
that's
here to
across.
fix that.
That's across
Yeah.
the board though.
I'm
People a
supposed
lot
to
of
fix
times
that.
are thinking, in the same way with women come in thinking like, okay, he's saying this, I need to fix it, I need to change it, I need to
And
change it.
that's-
It's like,
yeah,
no,
that's-
just
That's not
let
our
him
job.
vent.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
let him vent.
Yes.
Because he might figure it out in
Yeah,
his
sometimes y'all
venting.
need to y'all do need to
before-
shut up.
Well, thank you.
Hey, hold on,
agree with
hold on.
that.
Sometimes y'all
Yeah,
need
we
to
do.
shut the
I
hell
know,
up.
no,
sometimes
because
we do.
This is
I
true.
agree with that. I think
Right.
sometimes as
It's
women
true.
we talk too much. I
Yeah.
say that. I'm
That's
men.
kind of true.
Sometimes we do talk too much.
and I'm not knocking, but it just coming from a man.
Mm-hmm.
That is the quickest thing to shut me up.
When
When
we
y'all
talk too
won't
much,
shut the
Yeah.
hell up and let me talk, and it just let me get this off because I'm not the greatest communicator in the world.
Mhm.
Now, when this mic come on, that is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But one-on-one, I'm not the greatest communicator. So when I come to you in this vulnerable state, please shut the hell up.
Yeah. But you know,
Well,
I had to
you know
learn that
what?
the hard way because I mean, at one time, like say how you guys are coming in after work and you just want to be silent. I took that as, oh my God, he don't want to talk to me. What's going on? I'm asking, and it's like he's getting mad. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm trying to.
He needed that. He needed
All
that
he
few
needed
minutes
was- that's it.
to deposit
That's
that.
it. And he told
Yeah.
me that.
He
And I've
needed-
learned that.
Yeah,
It was a
and
debriefing.
it's crazy.
Nothing
It's
to do with
crazy.
us.
Yeah,
Nothing to do with
and
us.
that's the hardest part, I think, for both sexes to realize. Some of this has nothing to do with us,
Right.
That's right. That's right.
and I think that's one of the hardest lessons about man and woman. I guess, well, in this day and age, however you do
You
it.
know,
Yeah.
whoever you.
I don't speak on man and woman.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
That's what I.
And to me, that is one of the hardest lessons to learn about man and woman. That sometimes I don't need you to do nothing but just sit right there.
And just be supportive.
Just
That's
hey,
it.
Yeah.
I said, baby,
kick
you know,
me
I
in my
got you.
ass when I need it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but let me be a punk.
Mhm.
Let me. And sometimes I need to be a punk.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
I need to be able to come to you and be the biggest punk in the
That's
world.
Right.
And you
I-
don't judge.
And you don't judge me. And when and next week when this come back up, you're not gonna remind me that I was a punk.
yeah, so we
You're not
got-
gonna
yeah, we
call
do
me a
that.
punk.
Yeah,
You're
we
not
do.
gonna call me a punk
Yeah.
because I sat there and deposited
That's
this
right.
and
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah,
you this.
because you're not going to get that man to open up again if you do that.
Oh yeah, you don't want to shut it down.
Ladies.
That is
Hey,
definitely.
check this out. Hey, we ain't got much time.
Nope.
This conversation cannot end.
Mhm.
We gonna have to
I love
continue this
this.
because this is the conversation to keep us from this book.
Yes, yes.
Right.
That's right.
Or even if, you know, by chance the dominoes fall, that you reach that. I think it cuts out the negative sides.
Nah, I ain't know because
Because-
once you get them feelings involved, that's a whole.
No,
But let
but
me
I
tell you
that's
though
a-
about this
but-
book though. This is not an ordinary self-help book.
Okay.
This is not an ordinary self-help book. When I read it, because I edited Dwanese's book,
Okay.
and
So you got that skill?
yeah,
She
So
does.
you
That's
trying to
what
do
I-
that?
that's
Yes.
what-
I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, because you could have sponsored some stuff and had a commercial about because you do that thing, and I'm just
but
saying.
this is what I
you know
do.
what I'm saying?
But truly,
Uh-huh.
reading this book, it was like it can apply almost to any type
Yeah.
of relationship.
Yeah.
So what
Just
can
the
we-
different things that you're kind of going through. But I was like, this is unlike any, and I've read many books. I'm a reader. I was like, this is unlike any self-help book that I've ever read in my life.
Miss Dwanese.
Yeah. Good job.
Where can I get this book?
Well, I tell you, I am going to make sure that you get a copy personally from me autographed. So
Okay, well,
I will give it back to you.
my folks, I'm getting a free copy.
Yes.
Damn y'all. Where can they get a copy of this book? Where can they find you, Miss Juva? Please tell them where they can find you and get your wonderful book and speak on the collab thing y'all
Oh,
doing.
yes.
Okay.
You gotta hurry up. 'Cause somebody got to come in the bathroom.
Amazon.com, people. Amazon.com. Now, what I've discovered, there's 2 more books like that. I don't know if you can see this, but if you turn it over, if you can remember my face, I'm on the back cover.
Okay. So, Miss Juva,
Yes.
what about your book? Where can they find you?
From the Pole to the Pulpit, and it is on Amazon.com. And up and coming, I'm going to re-release my book. I'm going through a re-edit process. I'm changing up a couple of things.
I got a question about that because you put this quote right before you talking about coming to Georgia, and I really got a question about that.
Okay.
But see, but I know we ain't got time, but I got a question because I don't think that you did a much more to that before any other chapter, but before you came to Georgia, you talked to God. And I wonder, was you talking to God coming to Georgia? But we got to go, so we got to hurry up.
Okay. But we're gonna have an actual book launch because what we noticed is that we didn't give our books the attention that it really, really needed.
Okay.
So, and that's in June.
Well, you know, ladies, it's been fun.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us.
I love ladies' nights.
Ladies' night.
Wait to have
We're
you
gonna do
back.
this again.
And Rick, since I did lock you out on purpose, I'll admit to it. I cleaned the bathroom tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shop is closed.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Gotta slide out so that you can
Awesome. Next time we need to do some champagne.
I'm like, wait a minute. That lady's not real live.
I know, right?
doing it.
Thank you guys again for joining in. I don't want to mess nothing up. Hey y'all.
You get in there, ladies?
Yeah.
So, like, could you please get all our stuff out? Because